We'll keep this pretty informal. Welcome to coming out tonight to the Pennsauken Township Energy Aggregation Program. These fine people up here are going to spend about 20 minutes to, 25 minutes showing you a little PowerPoint thing about how we can save some energy, save some money on our energy bills. So a lot of people don't like to hear politicians pontificate up there, so with that in mind, I'm going to turn this over.
Why are we here? It's the whole concept of energy aggregation is the way to save money. And I'll explain that in a few more details. We want to explain this program, how it started, and what's involved. The key aspect of this program, especially from our perspective, is complete transparency. So we're going to answer any questions we can. We have the experts here to answer them. Also talk about the market and what we see that's going on. What is government energy aggregation? Basically, it's almost like the Walmart effect, if you will. If you could pool together the energy of all the residents and go out to bid under one contract, third-party suppliers that are licensed in the state to do business can bid on that contract and provide a better rate than the market rate. Energy suppliers will bid on the aggregated pool, and they'll provide what's called fixed rates. This would not be a variable rate contract. So obviously a comparison would be if you have a fixed rate mortgage versus an adjustable rate mortgage. This would be a fixed price, wouldn't be an adjustable price. The reason why I'm stressing that is a lot of people that have third-party energy suppliers that have variable rates suffered recently due to the cold weather. The price of electricity is linked to the price of natural gas. With this cold winter, this past winter, this polar vortex, what do they call it?
Polar vortex.
The polar vortex caused a lot of cold weather, a lot of gas supplies were used, gas supply goes down, prices go up, a lot of those prices were passed back to different consumers in the form of increased electricity prices. That is not what this program is. This program is about fixed prices, not adjustable prices. Only if this bid that we're talking about, only if that bid beats the price that you would alternatively pay to PSE&G would we sign a contract, or would the township sign a contract. If there's no savings, there can't be a program. All the residents, except for those that already have a third-party supplier, will be included. I don't know if each of you have, do either of you have a third-party supplier by show of hands? No? You do have a third-party supplier? Okay. Do you have a third-party supplier, sir, for your energy? No? So this program is only for residents that don't have a third-party supply agreement now.
You would have to use the utility.
Is that right?
It's not close to them forever.
Right. Understood. Anyone can opt out at any time. One negative aspect about this program is you have to opt out. You're automatically included unless you choose not to be part of the program. We'll explain that in detail in a moment. But any resident can leave or join at any time. And there's absolutely no penalty to leave the program. There's no penalty or fee to join the program. Basically, you can leave at any time. For those people that enjoy budget billing, where you know what you're going to pay every month, budget billing is included and required as part of our contract. For those that like to investigate rules and understand how all this came about, you see all of the statutes that are in place. This is based upon New Jersey law. Another key aspect, Pennsauken Township does not get any of the money out of this program. Basically, Pennsauken is providing this to the residents, and it's not at their cost. Our fee is based upon a percentage of the electricity, and we are only paid if there's a successful program. So this does not cost the township any money whatsoever, and no money goes back to them. And, also very important, PSE&G still delivers your electricity. The third-party supplier is just using PSE&G lines. So if there's an outage, it's still PSE&G. They will still deliver your electricity. So there's no change in who's delivering your electricity. One of the ways that's easy to describe this program, right now the typical resident has two ways to buy power. You can get power from PSE&G like you normally do. It appears that both of you do, and he does as well. Or the second option is you can have a third-party supplier, where you're using a third-party supplier yourself, which Apparently you do. This third way of providing electricity is through this program, where the town leads the program, aggregates the pool together, and goes out to bid altogether. So this is just a third way to buy electricity. Some basics here, and hopefully we have some slides up here that hopefully you can see. But how do utility companies buy power? Utility companies provide what's called basic generation service. And BGS is the acronym. Basically, the BGS is provided by the PSE&Gs of the world, JCP and L, for those people that don't have a third-party supplier like yourselves. On your bill, if all of you do look at your bill periodically, what you pay for energy, for the BGS energy, is under the delivery portion of your bill, and it's listed as BGS energy. This is what you pay for electricity. When you have a third-party supplier, it comes on what's called a consolidated bill, so it's one bill. Third-party supplier is listed on the bill as well under PSE&G, and there's some details here. Now this is not a comparison of one versus the other, this is an example. So what this whole demonstration is trying to show is that you still get one bill, you're still only paying PSE&G. PSE&G takes care of paying the third-party supplier. So your billing doesn't change. You won't get two bills, and you won't get a bill from some other entity. It still all come from PSE&G. So some key aspects of the program. We held an auction on May 20th, 2014. This was our third auction. Now, like we said before, the program can only move forward if we can get a savings versus what's called the BGS tariff, or PSE&G's rate. We have yet to be able to beat PSE&G's rate. So as of right now, the program is still on hold because we have not been able to beat that rate. If we can't beat the rate, we don't move forward. So based upon our advice, we rejected all contracts, and we may go out to bid a fourth time, but we continue to watch the market. And if we can find good pricing in the market through public bidding laws, New Jersey state public bidding laws, we would lock into an agreement. And the main reason why we can't beat the market is we're still seeing volatility in the energy markets from the natural gas, basically use all winter from the cold weather. So as of right now, a third-party supplier is not selected. The program is not starting. We're still trying to lock in a contract. And until we lock in a contract, if we lock in a contract, there's no program just yet. We have to wait until we have the right conditions to lock in a contract so we can lock in savings. I touched on this, but I'll touch on it again. Service will not change. So if there's a power outage, might even be some tonight, thunder, the power is still delivered by PSE&G. The third-party supplier is simply using PSE&G's lines, and they are not responsible for service interruptions, nor can they help you. So everything is still your incumbent utility provider, which is PSE&G. So, once again, an easy way to look at this, if you have to explain this to somebody else, your neighbor, or anybody at home, all this program is a third way to buy power. You can still buy it from PSE&G. You could use a third-party supplier on your own. I don't know if some of you get phone calls at home or mailers, or maybe you know some people in the community that sell electricity on the side. Or you could join this program, and if this program locks in the rate, it would move forward. So what are your options once we move forward? There's nothing to do right now. But residents are automatically enrolled in the program unless they opt out. That is the one perceived negative aspects by many residents. They don't want to be told to join a certain program, and they can opt out. And the way they are informed on how to opt out is they receive a mailer from the third-party supplier, and it's mailed to their home, and they can check a box and say, I'm opting out. We also provide a toll-free hotline, and we also provide a website. So there's 3 different ways somebody can opt out if they don't want to be part of the program. After that opt-out period ends, the supplier, the third-party supplier, would then start enrolling the residents. And then the PSE&G sends an enrollment notification to the residents. Now, if you join the program and you say to yourself, I want out, I don't want any part of this, the third-party supplier automatically enrolls you back into PSE&G within 30 days. So there's nothing you have to do. You don't lose service. There's no retribution, there's no penalty, there's no fee, there's nothing. There's nothing for you to do except opt out. So the bottom line is the township wants to utilize this program to save the residents money. And we're going to show a graph here in a minute to help explain the impacts of this winter. There's no change in service or responsibility. So your incumbent utility provider still provides you that power. You don't have to participate. There's no means that we're telling you or suggesting that you must participate. You can choose not to once it moves forward. And you can opt out at any time.